If that doesn't scream Hallmark to you, I don't know what will. This book is one that I should have read about eons ago. Yay. Yay. I don't know what I'm doing. Yay for me. Hello lovely bookworms, I'm Esmay from Paradise of Pages on Instagram and also on Twitter, and welcome to October's round of Game of the Books. So today we are going to be doing 6 rolls once again, going back to our regular schedule. October is going to be quite a busy month, I think. I am working the entire month, or I should. On the 1st of October we are basically handing in the keys to our old place, but I mean we're completely settled, almost completely settled in this house, so that is no problem. But working wise I think it's going to be quite busy, but that is okay. Nothing's really changed. 6 rolls, and the color actually means what I have to read or what type. That said, I do need to get some new prompts for the board. I want to be making a new board for 2025, so I have a couple months left to do that, but I do want to change that out. But for now, so far so good. I'm not going to say too much. Let's just go into roll number 1. Before we go into roll number 1, I do want to share that so far I've only read 1 book of the one that was on my TBR. I will say that my sort of wrap-ups for the month will not be in these types of videos, but they will be in a separate wrap-up that I will be filming once I've actually moved over into October. Considering I'm filming my TBRs quite early on in the month, usually, I tend to not know which ones I've read from my stack or which I've switched over, those kinds of things, but I'll share all of that in my wrap-up for that specific month. So if you're looking for a wrap-up, that is coming, just not right now. It's coming once September is over and we're truly in October. So without further ado, let's just start with the first roll. Hello and welcome to the Game of the Books board. It is time for our October round. I'm really excited. This round is going to be 6 rolls, and yeah, let's just not talk too much. Let's just start with roll number 1. 3. It's a 3. 3 is blue. For blue, we have a new purchase. All right, that is the first one. Okay, so roll number 1. Roll number 1 was a blue. I don't know why I had to think that much on it. And that is blue, a new purchase. I happen to have quite a few of those, considering I have expanded and now have place for all of my books. I have some spots down there. There's a couple of shelves that are still open. Yay. Yay. I don't know what I'm doing. Yay for me. And actually one of the books that I've purchased this month is one that I'm really excited for and I've seen everywhere, and it is definitely a TikTok hyped book, and that is The Pumpkin Spice Cafe by Laurie Gilmore. What I know is that this is, I think it's a contemporary romance set in a small town. When I look at this cover and when I read the synopsis for this, it reminds me of Hallmark movies, and you know, you probably know I love Hallmark movies. I love anything cozy and cute, especially in the winter months and like the colder months. Autumn is definitely a cozy reading season. So for this, I thought it would be perfect for this month. I think I bought this one like 2 weeks ago. No, not even. I think I got this in the mail this week, so the week I'm filming. And this is about a... let's see, I'll just read you the back. So when Jeannie's aunt gives her the beloved Pumpkin Spice Cafe in the small town of Dream Harbor, Jeannie jumps at the chance for a fresh start away from her very dull desk job. If that doesn't scream Hallmark to you, I don't know what will. Logan is a local farmer who avoids Dream Harbor's gossip at all costs. But Jeannie's arrival disrupts Logan's routine, and he wants nothing to do with the irritatingly upbeat new girl, except that he finds himself inexplicably drawn to her. Will Jeannie's happy-go-lucky attitude win over the grumpy but gorgeous Logan, or has the city girl found the one person in town who won't fall for her charm, or her pumpkin spice lattes? So this screams Hallmark to me, and I'm just really excited. I am usually not a contemporary reader. but I'm always looking for a book that screams Hallmark movie at me. I think this is also not that big, so I think I would like that a lot, and I feel like once I start this, I will be sucked in immediately. So let's move over to roll number 2. Let's move on to roll number 2. Almost wanted to grab the elephant, but oh, that is just out of screen. That's a 5. There we go. Another blue. Political. Do I even have any of those? I don't think I do. So I'm gonna pick another card for this one, see if I like that one better. Middle grade. We're gonna go for middle grade. This is gonna go. So for roll number 2, it is another blue, and it is blue middle grade. I do have quite a couple of those that I still want to read. There's one that I bought quite a little bit ago in a tiny bookshop in Deventer, and I have this one and its sequel, but I'm putting this one on the TBR, and that is Pages & Co. The Book Wanderer by Anna James. So this is following Tilly, and Tilly actually works in a bookstore, and then all of a sudden one of the books is kind of having that Narnia effect on her where she's drawn in, and I think she goes on all these kinds of adventures and mysteries, and this is a true middle grade, but something that I personally love. I think it's going to be a quick book as well, but in general I'm just really excited to dive into this one and have all those cute awesome-y vibes that I think this book will give me. And then let's move on to roll number 3. Alright, that is my redraw done. Let's move on to roll number 3. Maybe this was stupid, but we'll see. E11. My calculations are correct. That would make it 19? Yes, so an orange 19. A polar book. Do I even have those still? I think I might do. Alright, that's number 3. So roll number 3 is an orange polar book, and I think for the season we might be a little bit early. I think for me polar books are definitely situated in winter, but we're going towards winter, so to say. And I'm gonna put a book on my TBR that has been on here the longest by far. This book is one that I should have read about eons ago. I've heard only good things and I'm really excited for, and that's The Bear and the Nightingale by Catherine Arden. So this is set in Russia. This is about a girl in the Russian wilderness, and I think it is also folklore and mythology. Yeah. Here an elderly servant tells stories of sorcery, folklore, and the Winter King to the children of the family, tales of old magic frowned upon by the church. But for the young wild Vasha, these are far more than just stories. She alone can see the house spirits that guard her home and sense the growing forces of dark magic in the wood. I've had this for a very long time. I have the very beautiful, what are they? I think Fairy Loot exclusives. This is stunning, and I have been meaning to read this. I know that a lot of people I know actually loved it. I'm pretty sure Femke's already read it and really enjoyed it as well. This is just one that has to be on my TBR at some point, so I figured polar fantasy, cold Russian woods, now's the time. So I will force myself to read this one. This is gonna be my first book of the month of October, I hope. Let's move on to roll number 4. Moving on with roll number 4. That is 16. 16 is a good old wild card. Definitely needed that. So roll number 4 is a wild card. Alright, so roll number 4 is none other than a wild card. I really wanted a wild card this month because there was one book that if I couldn't fit it in, I really wanted to. This is also a new purchase for me, and this is a sequel, and this is The Retreat by Sarah Pierce. So I actually am reading The Sanatorium by the same author, and I'm in love with it so far. So I really wanted to get this on my TBR at some point, so I'm using my wild card for this. Again, I'm not sure if I will read this in the month of October, and I will not hold myself to rolls if I want to switch out things. As long as they fit the prompt, which a wild card is perfect for. And this is actually, it follows the same main protagonist, Elin, and she actually goes to an idyllic retreat on an island off the coast of Devon. And I think she goes there because two guests die in mysterious circumstances, and she has to figure out who done it. And I think this is also locked room murder mysteries, as you know, one of my favorites ever. I loved locked room murder mysteries. Those are my favorites. So this is going on my TBR for October. I also think that autumn and October is just the perfect time to read those murder mysteries, thrillers. I'm really in the mood for those, but yeah, I don't have that many of them. So if you have any recommendations of thrillers, murder mysteries, let me know. Moving on to roll number 5. Let's move on to roll number 5, hopefully the second to last, depending on how high I roll. 12, okay. Blue. Alright. A long time TBR book. Alright, number 5 is long time TBR. I think I have more than enough of those. Roll number 5 is another blue, and this is a long time TBR book, and we all know I have way too many of those. So I actually chose one that I think has been on my TBR for eons. This is not this one in particular, but this series in particular, and this is Gathering Darkness by Morgan Rhodes. This is the 3rd book in the Fallen Kingdom series, and I'm pretty sure I read the 1st and the 2nd one, I think. So I want to continue on with this series. I just really want to finish this up. I have all, I think 6 or 7 of them, and I really need to read this. So this actually, the first one, it follows 3 main protagonists. It follows Magnus, Jonas, and Cleo. That was her name. They're all from 3 different kingdoms, and an unfortunate series of events. All their timelines at one point will match up and come together. There is war, strife, politics. There is about everything in this book. I do think that I would have loved this a lot more were I a little bit younger, but that is not something that can be helped, at least not at this point. So I'm just gonna enjoy it while it lasts and put this on my TBR for the month of October. I think together with The Bear and the Nightingale, this is one that I have to finish this month. I have to. I'm gonna have to put myself to it because it's been way too long. This has been on my TBR way too long. And let's move on to the final roll. A good old 2. 1, 2, an orange. Orange fantasy. All right, I really am happy about that one. So that's final one. And then moving on to the final roll. So for the final roll, we actually have an orange fantasy, and that's approximately my entire shelf. So this was an easy prompt for me, luckily, and I'm gonna pick one that I think is really intriguing. So this is Beasts of Prey by Ayana Gray, and this is actually about a girl. I think her name is Coffee. She is a beast keeper at a zoo, and then one of the zoo animals, I think, goes missing until she mistakenly unleashes a wild and mysterious power that sends the night zoo up in flames. Oh, mysterious power. Caring for fearsome creatures. I'm pretty sure that she is a sort of zookeeper, but I think fantastical beasts, kind of. So I'm really excited to dive into this one. I think there is a sequel to this. Not sure what it's called, but if I like this one, I'm definitely gonna get the sequel as well. So this is gonna go on my TBR for October as well. Alrighty, so let me get all the books up in a stack so I can actually hold it up, and I'll show you the ones that are on my TBR for this month. So we have a total of 6 beautiful books over here. And so I have Gathering Darkness, Bear and the Nightingale, Pages and Co, The Book Wanderers, The Retreat, Beast of Prey, and The Pumpkin Spice Cafe. I think these are all very different from each other in a good way. They're very heavy. I don't know why they're so heavy. And I'm actually really excited to dive into all of these. These are some that I've had for a long time, some not so much, but that is okay. We're gonna put them in the shelf. This is my stack for October. Alright, so that is everything for the month of October. I'm not participating in any readathons, anything along those lines. I think I will be doing a round of Greek Godathon in November because I have a week off in November when I'm going to Yelk which is the 15th of November, and then I have the week after that off. So I'm really excited to do that, but I have to figure out what theme we're going to go for, how we're going to do it, but I'll definitely figure that out as we go. So that said, I want to thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to our channel and press that little bell icon so you can post notifications every single time that we post, and I hope to see you all in the next one. Bye!